Hey there. I want to talk a few minutes today about mental health, I guess, but really the difference between recovery and rehab and the hidden truth about rehabilitation from ankle surgery, um, any kind of foot surgery, but the total ankle replacement. Um, Recovery, you get the surgery, you got that first few weeks of pain, and then you're just kind of sitting there mostly pain-free, healing, waiting for a doctor to give you the go-ahead to begin moving again. And rehabilitation is that point in time where the doctor says, hey, you can begin to put weight on your foot and begin to learn how to use that foot again. And that's all exciting, but it's not easy. And that's what I want to talk about a little bit, that it's not easy. It's probably the hardest part of the surgery, I think, because it lasts longer, um, and there isn't a cut and dried clear path, except that you wake up and every day you got to do it again. And so let me explain to you what I mean by this. Every day since the day the doctor said I put weight on the foot has been a very painful day, because I have to push myself just a little bit more to get a little bit more weight through the foot to move forward. And the first couple weeks of rehabilitation, there was horrible heel pain. It was excruciating. I felt like I was walking on a nail or something every time I put weight on my foot. And if you watch some of my earlier videos, I kind of talked about it, and it was just, I felt like it was slowing me down. And so it got past, I have 25% of weight I could put on my foot, and it wasn't so bad, but I had to continue to try to put 50% weight on the foot and 100% weight on the foot. And so every day you wake up and you do your stretches and the ankle rotations. I put the leg boot on, and it's like, I know this is going to be a hard day. This is a painful day. Every time I get up, it's going to hurt. And I'm talking about this because I think if you're not prepared for it, it can really become daunting. I'm super excited that I get to put a shoe on inside, but oh my gosh, it hurts. And I know it's every step forward is going to be a painful step forward. Years ago, I knew someone close to me, and they had a knee replacement, both knees replaced, but they weren't prepared for the rehabilitation part. They had spent a few weeks in inpatient rehab after this, and then they came home, but they weren't prepared that they were going to have to push themselves to rehabilitate past this pain every single day for an extended period of time, which can really get on you. We all go through this because we want to be better. We want an end to some pain, but in some ways, it's first going to be a lot harder before it gets better. And so when this person got back home, they never really pushed themselves anymore. And so they never really got back to walking independently, and they ended up just staying in a wheeled scooter for most of the rest of the time. And that just affected the quality of their life, because it was hard. It's easier to stay seated. Right now, I am very comfortable. I am not in pain. But if I stand up and try to take some steps here, which we're just going to do. Here I'm standing now, and I'm putting weight on my foot, and it's beginning to hurt. And, and I now walk, and it's not easy. And so I have to do this if I want to get better. So how do we manage this this time, the mental health, without like going, oh my goodness, this is just the most terrible thing ever. And I think there's a couple things. One of the questions someone posed on one of my videos, they saw on my shirt, I said, "We walk by faith, not by sight," and it's a quote from the Bible. And they asked how my faith was impacting my recovery. And my faith is super important to me. Honestly, I wouldn't be able to do anything without it, because I believe that God's going to work out everything for good, and that the end of a matter is better than the beginning of a matter, and that God's purposes for me are good, and I believe in the healing of God and the restoration of God, and so all that gives me hope. And so that does strengthen me day to day. But the other thing that's really important when you're going through this, I've got to go through pain to get better, is to know the why that you're doing it, to have that why am I doing it? If all you're doing is, I don't want to be in pain anymore, then you got to prepare yourself that there's going to be some pain in this process. And you're going to have to go through that pain to get pain-free. But if you're got another why, like, I want to keep moving. I was getting to a place where my mobility is really being impacted. I needed to make a decision to do this so I could continue to go hiking outside. And these are uneven trails. And that's my why. It's something I love to do. And I want to be able to go back and do it. So when I get up and I walk through pain, I'm like, I am doing this because I want to get back up to climbing a mountain, or going out into the forest, or walking across a rocky path, or something like that. And so that's my why. So think about your why and keep that in mind. I have, all over pictures of my why, things that inspire me, quotes, just to remind myself that when I wake up, this pain is not going to be forever, and the outcome is going to be there, and I hang on to my faith to get me through the day, to keep my attitude good, because we always get to choose our attitude. I'm not going to complain about what I'm going through, because we're all going to go through stuff. But I want you guys to know it is a hard rehabilitation process. I don't know how long my rehabilitation is. I decided to document my journey, all the ups and all the downs, with you guys, but I don't know. I mean, already I'm a little bit been delayed when I got to start weight bearing because of a complication. I'm a little bit delayed on when I'm starting physical therapy, even though I'm doing my own therapy. I'm putting weight through the foot, but I'm not actually going to physical therapy yet. So the journey is going to be like full of the ups and downs, and you just need to be prepared that you don't know what the timetable is, but until you reach that destination, each day is going to be pretty hard, because you're pushing yourself a little bit more to get to that end point where hopefully there isn't the pain that drove you to have this surgery in the first place. So I just wish you all the very, very best. God bless you, and take care.